Hi, minasan, konnichiwa. It's good to see you guys, even if it's only virtually. 皆さん、お元気ですか？コロナバイルスがないの？ Hopefully you don't have any coronavirus. 皆さん、元気がいいね。お大事に。Please take care of yourselves. 今日の授業は today's lesson, 今週の授業 this week's lesson は let's take a look at a little bit of review and some things we didn't touch off very much on. 皆さん、教科書を出してください。教科書を開いてください。163ページに見てください。163ページに見てください。はい。Sushi or she. Sometimes they kind of slur it together and say she, but sushi is how I usually hear it, or osushi. Sushi is probably it's the best known Japanese food. Most people, if they say, well, what Japanese food do you like? Do you like sushi? The funny thing is, even though most people, they know that is Nihon no tabemono, they don't know what sushi is actually made of. And they think it's raw fish. Oh, I don't eat sushi. I don't like sushi because I don't like raw fish. Have you ever eaten raw fish? No. How do you know you don't like it? And not to mention, the funny part is, the irony is that a lot of sushis do not even include fish at all. You know, there's a little cooked omelet patty on top there. It can be cooked shrimp. It can be caviar. It could be, heck, you could put bacon on top of it. In fact, what I want you guys to remember, does everybody here remember from Ichinensei what I taught you? What is all sushi have in common? What is the only ingredient that all sushi has? Cooked rice. That's it. Sweetened vinegared rice would be more accurate. Seasoned rice or sweetened vinegared. A little bit of not soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar and salt and sugar on the rice when it's hot, and then it has to be sticky rice, and then you can pack it together and put something on it. So sweetened vinegared rice with a condiment. And that condiment can be a little egg omelet patty. It can be cooked shrimp. It can be wrapped with nori seaweed. It can have cucumber inside. It can California roll has avocado, even a little bit of cream cheese. Yes, it could have sashimi. It could have raw fish with it as well. Sashimi is raw fish. But it's like pizza. It doesn't have to have pepperoni. If you don't like pepperoni, get the other kinds of pizza that you might like. So go ahead and read about sushi. Find out a little bit more about what some popular things to eat on sushi are. One of my very favorite, do they have it here? Nope, they do not. Oh, yeah, they do. They have saltwater eel and freshwater eel. There's anago and unagi. I actually like unagi better. It's the freshwater eel. But they're both delicious. Sweetened barbecued eel. It's not a snake. It's a fish, sakana. But they barbecue it over charcoal. It's kind of got that kind of satisfying greasiness like fried chicken does, or pizza with the oily cheese on top that's kind of, when it's gooey and yummy. That's a satisfying taste of eel. So read this. And one of your shitsumon for this week, now, of course, every week, Maishu, we've got a video lesson or some kind of lesson or activity that's on Kayobi, on Tuesday. And then you have some practice maybe to do on Suyobi, or maybe making up something you missed for this class or another class. And then on Mokuyobi, you have a shiken. That's the pattern that we've been told to use. And this week's shiken, you're going to find one of the answers is going to be from page 163 page on the sushi. But before I do that, before I give you some of the answers, let's do something for fun. And starting out, you may notice what I'm wearing. This is, well, I guess you could call it a kimono, but it's kimono just means wearing thing. This is, but it's a special kind of a wearing thing. This is called a happi koto. Happi, ha, chisai tsu, pi, happi, which it sounds like happy coat, but it's just it's the Japanese word for a happi koto is a festival jacket. And they wear these, each little community get together and they play the taiko drum, like you see that taiko right up there. There it is, a taiko drum. And they'll Some people will be doing the lion dance and dancing the lion's head around. Other people playing the drums, and there's it's festival time, matsuri. In fact, on the front of this it says ichi ban, which means ichi number is one, ichi, and ban number one, as in the best. You guys know how to say, like, well, what kind of fruit do you like? Ichigo ga suki desu. I like strawberry. Ichigo ga suki desu. What kind of fruit do you like the most? The number one liked. Nan kodamono ga ichiban suki desu ka? Somebody might say, Ichigo ga ichiban suki desu. Or watermelon the best. Suika ga ichiban suki desu. I like it the most. Ichigo ga or suika ga. And then the number one, ichiban suki desu. Can you recognize the kanji in the back of this? Ichiban, number one, the most, as in we're the best. Of all the community groups out playing the taiko, we're the best. We're the number one. Some people would wear it on a headband. You've ever seen that Japanese-sized headband where it says Ichiban right on the front there, on the best. So, which is kind of funny because it's a little cocky, and Japanese people are not usually that cocky unless they're competing, and then they're, doing a little trash talk in a kind of a respectful way, I guess. Anyway, so for your shiken on Mokuyobi, for Ichiban, for number one, know the kanji for Ichiban. Please know the kanji for Ichi and Ban. So you might have to look that up if you don't know. The number one, favorite, or best in Japanese, Ichiban. Look it up and make sure you know, like, recognize those kanji. Now, a little story time. Sensei, naze Nihon ga suki desu ka? Why do you Nihon ga suki desu ka? Why do you like Nihon? Sa, iroiro. Various reasons. Tatoeba, for example. Tatoeba, Nihon ga anzen desu. Japan is anzen. Safe. Anzen. Nihonjin ga shinsetsu desu. Japanese people are very kind. Shinsetsu desu. Nihon no computer to technology ga sugoi desu. Roboto ga arimasu. There's a lot of cool technology. Nihon no terebi game ga sugoi desu ne. Nihon no anime to manga ga suki desu. Iroiro. Various reasons. A lot of reasons that I love Nihon. If you lose something, then you're more likely to get it back because it's pretty anzen. So, all right. So for Ichiban, number one, you should know Ichiban, the kanji. For Niban on the shiken, you should know, I'm just going to tell you. The answer number two is B, as in to be or not to be. Giving out an answer. If you watch the video carefully and you jot these down, you pay attention, watch it more than once, then you'll know the answers to the shiken this week, and you can get some easy points. If somebody asks me, "Sensei, I don't understand number two. What are you asking for number two?" We'll be like, "Did you watch the video? Seriously? Seriously, Sensei just told you what it was." And you can all laugh at them then and make fun of them and be like, "Ha ha," like Nelson does in Simpsons. All right, so for number sanban, take a look at Hyaku Rokuju-san peiji. Hyaku Rokuju-san. Hyaku Rokuju-san. We already did that. That's the sushi. So something from this sushi page, if you read this carefully, is going to be on the multiple choice, okay? That will be for number 3. For number 4, the answer is A. Choose A for 4. For 5, take a look at Hyaku Rokuju Roku peiji. We're going to skip the kaiwa, meeting the boss, for right now. We actually kind of did do a little bit of that, but we're going to skip that. We're kind of hitting some of these things again because, reusing things is a good way to make sure we know what's really important. We relearn the things we forgot. On Hyaku Rokuju Roku peiji, there's a bunch of atarashi tango. Now, most of these tango we've already done. You already know. Let me point out a few of the more important ones to know. One of these is going to be on the shiken for sanban. Goban is one of the vocabulary. Um, the fourth one down in the nouns, keigo. Keigo means honorific language. There's another way to say this, which is teine, teine, which, teine kotoba, polite speech, or keigo. It's just honorific language. This week's lesson is a lot about honorific language, polite speech. And I think I mentioned to you when we were doing this that you don't, and when you go to Nihon or you meet a Japanese person, you don't have to really know much of this kind of formal speech. Japanese people will be thrilled if you can just kind of keep a general conversation where you kind of understand what's going on and they can follow you. They'll be thrilled and say you're so good at Japanese. And of course, the longer you're there, the better you'll get. But why should you know some of these keigo or teine kotoba? Because you hear them sometimes, especially in a movie or over a speaker. If you're going through the train station and you hear the announcers saying something, they're going to use some of these phrases and these polite kinds of teine kotoba, keigo speech kind of patterns. So at least the goal is, if you hear it, I've heard that. They're saying something polite. What does it mean? Now, how do you know what it means? Context can also tell you. If you were just learning English and you learned the word eat and drink, and then you went to a special a political dinner, and they say, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to partake in a meal provided for. Partake in something. What does that mean, to partake? It means to eat and drink, or both, to enjoy in, taking something into you. That's a formal word for eat or drink, which is interesting because actually if you flip to page Hyaku Rokujuhachi Peiji, it has a list of honorific words, and down about 2/3 down, it's got taberu and nomu. Taberu to eat and nomu to drink. Both of those have a bracket, and that bracket merges to one honorific word right there, which is meishi agaru, which means to partake. So eat and drink are the common words. Eat it, drink it, and meishi agaru is to partake. And it can mean eat or drink. It's just a fancy word. Do you need to use this word? No, not really. But you might hear it if you're at an event, and they might use this word. Or in an anime, it'll pop up, and at least you'll recognize it. So we're just going to lightly do this. And when we did this lesson last time, a lot of, actually, very few high schools actually teach this at all. We're one of the few that at least introduces it to you, give you at least a little taste of it. And that's kind of what we're doing this week. So, ichiban was to know ichiban. Number 2 answer is B, to be or not to be. Number 3, you're going to look on page Hyaku Rokuju-san Peiji, and something from that sushi thing will be there. Number 4 was A. Number 5 is going to be a vocabulary word from page 166. When I look down here, the ones that you should certainly know, if you look in the nouns, I would say for sure you should know how to say where, the polite one. It's about halfway through the nouns, a little bit more. Dochira. That's a polite way of saying doko. You should for sure know culture, which is bunka. It's the second to last one down, bunka. And the very last one, to a mistake, machigai. Machigai. You should for sure know those 3. So if you know those 3, you're probably going to get number Goban on the Shiken correct. So make sure you know those 3. Roku on the Shiken on Mokuyobi is going to be for the next page, on Hyaku Rokuju Nana page. On this page, Hyaku Rokuju Nana, one of these tango is going to be number 6. If I look at these, which ones would I focus on for you to really focus? How about you look at the very last part where it says adverbs and other expressions? Just the bottom part right there, okay? One of those, actually one of the first 6. If you just look at the first 6, it's going to be one of those first 6 from the day before yesterday, ototoi. There's kyo today, kino yesterday, and ototoi the day before yesterday. And then or therefore, sore de, sore, remember, kore, sore, that one, sore de, and that, as for that, and then further from that, therefore. Naze, naze, why? This is another way to say doshite is why, naze. Honto is the 4th one down, which is really or true. The kanji, if you notice, is book, hon, or truth, the origin of something, the root of something, hon. Honto. Honto, as for that being true. Mai asa. Mai means every, like every day. Mainichi. Mainichi. Mainichi, she said in Kiki's delivery service. Mai asa. Asa's morning. What's morning meals and breakfast? Asa gohan. So mai asa, every morning. And mada. It says still, but it means as of yet. I've not yet graduated. I have not yet eaten breakfast. Mada, as of yet. Breakfast, asagohan o tabemasen deshita, I haven't eaten it yet. As of yet, have not. Usually it's going to be used with a negative verb. As of yet, something has not happened. So those are the ones to find for rokuban on the shiken. For nanaban on the shiken, the answer is D. Choose D. Okay? All right. Hai. Hachiban. For hachiban on the shiken is going to be from the honorific verbs on Hyaku, Rokuju, Hachi. Now, we kind of introduced these. I'm going to say you don't have to memorize them. But the ones I do want you to know, if you look at the first 3, iru means to exist for a person. Like a sensei ga iru, sensei ga imasu, there is a teacher. Like there's a pen ga arimasu, hon ga arimasu, sensei ga imasu, seito ga imasu. And the dictionary form is iru, okay? Iru is, and iku, to go, and kuru, to come. Kuru is one of the only regular verbs in Japanese. There's only 2, to do and to come. So kuru, which becomes kimasu, of course. Iru becomes imasu, iku becomes ikimasu, and kuru becomes kimasu. All 3 of these become irashairu, which is conjugates to irashaimasu. Irashaimasu. Which, if you ever hear irashaimasu or irashaimase, it has to do with either to exist for a person or a living thing, to go or to come. All of those can be irashairu. And the only other one that you need to know, and I mentioned this one, to partake, to eat, taberu, or to drink, nomu, become, meshi agaru. Those are the only ones you need to know. If you hear meshi ga agaru, that's to partake, to eat or drink. Or if you hear irashaimasu, irashaimase, to exist, to go or to come. And let's see. So we are down to number 9. Number 9, C. Choose C. By the way, do you remember the word for sea in Nihongo as in S-E-A? I know we just said the letter C, but what's sea, ocean, sea mean? How do you say that in Nihongo? Umi. Umi. Hai. Okay, minasan. Sore dake desu. Minasan, benkyou shite kudasai. Please read the lesson again. Practice some of those tango. Benkyou shite kudasai. Benkyou shinasai. It would be in your own best interest to study. Benkyou shinasai. Next week we'll talk about that form. Shinasai. Do something. It's in your own best interest. Sore dake. Hai, minasan. Don't forget to every Tuesday, every Kayobi, look for your lesson, study on Suyobi, and then do your shiken on Mokuyobi. 皆さん頑張ってください。はい。皆さん、さようなら。